If your AI roadmap still depends on, "we'll just buy more compute later," the market just handed you a warning label. Cerebras Blockbuster IPO is being read as another proof that investors are hungry for anything with AI on the box. But the more useful read is sharper. Compute is becoming a toll booth. And if you build products without knowing where that toll sits, your margin can disappear before your feature even ships. Here is the mechanism: the compute scarcity premium. In the old software game, the expensive thing was usually distribution. Once the code was written, serving one more user was cheap enough to feel almost magical. AI breaks that pattern. Every search, every agent task, every generated report, every voice call, every coding session burns specialized capacity somewhere. Chips, power, cooling, networking, data centers, inference scheduling, the meter keeps running. That is why public market appetite for a company like Cerebras matters beyond one ticker. It says investors are not only buying model stories, they are buying the booths that model stories must pass through. If demand for bigger models, faster inference, and private enterprise deployment keeps rising, the companies controlling scarce capacity can collect rent from everyone racing above them. This is the chessboard most teams miss. They compare model quality, product demos, and feature lists. The grandmaster asks a colder question: who gets paid every time this workflow runs? If the answer is somebody else's GPU cluster, then your product may be a storefront built on rented electricity. The practical move is not to panic buy hardware. It is to price your product like compute is a real input, not a rounding error. Separate tasks by value. High-stakes analysis can justify expensive reasoning, routine summaries cannot. Batch what can wait, cache what repeats, route easy jobs to cheaper models, and measure cost per completed workflow, not cost per token, because customers pay for outcomes, while infrastructure bills arrive per unit of work. For enterprise buyers, the same rule applies in reverse. A vendor promising magical agent work should be able to show the meter: which steps are expensive, which steps are cached, which steps run on premium capacity, and which steps degrade gracefully when demand spikes. If they cannot explain the toll booth, they may be selling a demo that only works when someone else subsidizes the road. Cerebras IPO is not just another AI hype event. It is a market signal that the control layer under AI, chips, capacity, and scheduling is becoming strategic real estate. The winners will not be the teams that pretend compute is infinite. They will be the teams that design around the toll booth, turn scarce capacity into leverage, and make every expensive run earn its keep. Build like a compute grandmaster. See the meter before the move.